Guess what I'm doing? I'm taking a little walk. I already walked a mile. I had to make a pit stop to help Dad with some Meals on Wheels stuff. They came. So I did not record the first part of my walk because I expected them any time. I could have recorded then. So they didn't come until almost noon. And we started waiting for them around 11. Anyway, I quit waiting. I wasn't waiting, I was walking. I just stopped when I saw him come to the house so I could go help Dad with that. Anyway, so today is Halloween. Happy Halloween. I'm just gonna try to walk, and I need to try to do it gradually so I don't hurt myself. I get out here and just start like a marathon and start walking fast like I got all that energy to do that. I don't. Anyway, well, that's cute. Okay, I like to show cute things. I don't want to get in trouble for walking on their yard. I don't know if I can show you. I like that. Okay, let's see if I can make the picture bigger. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, I can't do that. Okay. Well, that sucks. I'm not going to be able to tell very good. Can you see? Let's see. There's jack-o'-lanterns. And over close by there is a birdhouse. Pretty tripping birdhouse. I don't know. Maybe we can make the picture bigger. Or maybe I'll just do a little one of it. You know, like 15 seconds, and I'll do it where you can actually see what's on there. It didn't let me make it bigger today. It usually does. But anyway, I'll be walking in the morning, but it really is afternoon. Just barely. I came across some songs that I'm going to stick in my head. I had some written down from the Hollies. I can't remember them now, but I have them written down. They're bookmarks in my... I have a book that I was keeping important things in, and so then I ended up having to put bookmarks in them. So this full of bookmarks. And on the bookmarks, I had written different songs, different artists. So the Hollies is definitely one. I don't know the words or the songs right now, but I will look them up and put them on my like list, and maybe they'll show up in my... I know they will. If I like something on YouTube, it shows up on my channel. Private for me. I don't think it's there for you guys, but that's something you might think about, you know. I can have me a whole bunch of music. I can just turn it on and let it play. And it'll be my favorites. For some reason I have tears in my eyes. Well, I went to the store yesterday to get prescriptions for Dad. And the pharmacy person, she says, I know him. I know Nathan Smith. And we were getting stuff that's for itchy skin. He's got a problem with itching. Dry, severe dry skin, and diabetics get severe dry skin. But anyway, she told me to go check out the Gold Bond lotions, and that they even had one for diabetics, which is severe dry skin. So anyway, while I was over there, I was also looking at stuff for me, and I found a couple, 3 things I wanted to get, but I only got one. I figured it out, you know, went back and forth and stuff, and then I got the one that I thought was best for me, because I know from experience that vitamin C in a cream is excellent, or in an oil. When I sold Avon, they came out with vitamin C serum, and then they had a promotion where you let everybody try it for free for 2 weeks, and then you go pick it up. And then, I don't know where all these cars are coming from. Anyway, So in that experience, I'll just tell you, which gives me hope, one of my people, her wrinkles were so bad. They crisscrossed across her face. I mean, they went this way and this way, and they were deep. And then when I went back to pick it up, oh my God, she really tried it, and she looked 100 times better. The wrinkles were gone, guys, so there is hope. She wasn't going to buy it. I told her, I says, well, I'm just going to have to give it to you because, wow, what a difference that made. So that was vitamin C serum that Avon had, and that was years ago. I don't even know how many years ago because I was still in Perryton. It was after 1998 because that's when we sold the propane company, and I wasn't selling Avon until after that. So I needed something. And, you know, in a little town, you know, really, in a little town right now, there's probably lots of jobs. I'm sorry. But back then, you know, I don't know if there were. My goodness. I might have to stop. So I'll finish that little story. Wow, what a difference. All those wrinkles were gone. So I have not been taking care of my skin. You would think that I would. So anyway, I bought the Gold Bond with vitamin C, and it has all the other stuff too. I think it says 7, I don't know what it says, 7 something and 3 something. Anyway, I wanted to get some of the other ones too, but this one was good enough. And it only takes a little bit. The first time I put a whole bunch on my hand. Oh, no. It squeezes out of a tube. And it's just little teeny squirt. I don't know how to say it. It's like a little rope, but it's little. It's not big. But what a difference. I mean, it made a big difference already just putting it on. So cool beans. So I thought, oh my God, look at my skin. I thought it was because I'd been losing weight. And then I have wrinkles because too much skin. You know, and I know that is a factor in a lot of people's problems, but I got a feeling that cream is going to do wonders for me. So I have put some on this morning, and I got it a little close to my eyes. That vitamin C serum, you definitely were not supposed to get close to your eyes. These little layers of skin around your eyes, it's like you only really got about 3 layers. It's real sensitive there. So that is also a reason my ointment would be good there. Except if you get it in your eyes, it burns. Same thing with the vitamin C serum, it burns. So you don't want to get it too close to your eyes. And I don't know, maybe that's why I have a tear coming out of my eye, because I got that cream on. And it does have the vitamin C in it. But I went ahead and used it on my eyes. I used it underneath my eyes and on my eyelids too. To heck with that. I need an eye cream. No. I mean, that might be why I have tears coming out of my eyes. But it really made quite a difference. So, and that's just with, I put it on yesterday twice. But it made a difference yesterday too. So I think after using it over and over again, there's going to be a big difference. So I'm excited about that. Dad's caregiver should be coming anytime. I don't know when. And when that happens, I'll stop. But she really doesn't need me anymore. I just want to get back to my... Well, actually, I'm going to be in the garage. I think I'll read a little bit. And then I might take my sewing machine out of the box and see. Like I was saying when I was showing the sewing machine, I've just been a little scared to use it because I've had wonderful sewing machines in the past, but there's always something wrong with the tension or how you thread it or something. Or the wrong thread, really, because if you get thread that's too thin, it's going to break on you. Quite a bit. So that's no fun. You'd be halfway through a line of stitching and it's broken and you got to go back and redo it. No, you don't want to get thin thread, okay? It's better to get, I don't know what's the best thread, but there's cotton thread. And actually those cozies, if you get cotton material and cotton batting and cotton thread, then you can put those in the microwave, but not with polyester. Poly, like plastic, will melt. So don't be putting my cozies in the microwave, guys, okay? You just take that hot bowl, you have the cozy right ready. When you take it out with the edges, you know, you hold your hands there and take the edges and just lay it in the bowl. And then from then on, you don't got to worry about it being too hot. It's really kind of cool. So when I get some more made, I'll take some more pictures. I did put in my community a couple of pictures of their squares, because that's what you start with, is a square. So take the square. There's a car coming. Is it gonna run over me? I'll tell you what, I'll just get off the street and then you can park where you want to. Okay. Anyway. DoorDash was pretty good around here. This neighborhood especially, I see cars coming all the time. If I had my own car, I'd be doing that, I think. I need my own car, and actually I need my own space. I don't like living in someone else's space. But you know, when you need to, you need to. I'm providing a service, and my dad's providing me a service. So it's good for both of us. But I do have some problems with my temper. And part of it might be to do with menopause. I need to be mellow. They call me mellow yellow. Quite right. Oh. Anyway, it is warmer. I've got my hoodie on, which makes me sweat anyway. But when you're outside in the cold, it's not quite enough. So then I put on this jacket. Now I'm really sweating. But I'll be walking, so that's a good thing. Wish I could remember those songs. I'm going to the Hollies. Okay, I don't know who does this song, but I like this song. I think it might be the Hollies. So happy together. How is the weather? Ba-da-da-da. Okay. We did a video once upon a time and put it on YouTube with that song and our German Shepherds that were all over the bed and walking all over Joe. And yeah, we had a lot of dogs. All it takes is one male and two females, and you can be overloaded with dogs, okay? I wasn't thinking very good. In other words, that's too much. That's really too much to handle. But, you know, we'd already started it, and there we are. And you can't get rid of your pets. Then they all become your pets. So, yeah. Breeding, not really a good thing. There's too much bad that goes with it. And then you're tied to it, too, because you got to take care of the dogs. So for the last, I don't know how many years, 12, at least 12 years, we've been involved with dogs. What a pain in the butt. Especially if you let things get out of hand, which I do. I go overboard. But I did take care of it. I paid my up-and-comings for doing that. But I took care of my dogs. Found them. I mean, I worked with a rescue and found homes, really good homes for my dogs. And I traveled and took them a long ways to vets that they knew, got them all fixed. So my dogs are all fixed at that point in time. Pretty sad. I had some beautiful, wonderful dogs. And a lot of people got my beautiful, wonderful dogs. And then the rescue made the money. I didn't make anything off of that. I lost so much you would not believe. And a lot of that also came from a neighbor. You know, neighbors. They get their little nose in your business. And then they turn you in, and you ain't done nothing wrong again. I had a sheriff come out to my house. I don't know if he was a sheriff or what he was, but he came out to my house with such a freaking attitude. And we're talking, I was living in the country, okay? 25 miles away from anywhere. And I had stacks of dog food, and I had everything. I was taking care of my dogs. Someone says, I think they might be running a puppy mill. So when I talked to that guy, I told him, I says, what is a puppy mill? Because, you know, what's the difference between a breeder that's licensed and a breeder that isn't? Because I took care of my dogs, and they were not in crates. I mean, living in crates. There were times when I had to separate them and have them in crates. I had crates. They love crates. Dogs love crates. It's their own little protection, their own little den. And you'll find them, even with the doors wide open, you'll find them full of dogs. So, anyway, that cop came on my property with such an attitude because, you know, they love German Shepherds. And giving me hell when I wasn't doing anything wrong except for the fact that I was not licensed. And I moved from down Kansas to my property in Colorado to get the dogs away from Downs, Kansas. And anyway, it was a big struggle. It was a way big struggle, but that's why we moved to Colorado in the first place. Because Downs didn't want us to have dogs in their little town, their lovely little town. And if they'd let us have a damn cow, you know, we were on the edge of town. We had a half acre. There was no houses. There was acres and acres and acres. But no, a town of less than 1,000 people thinks they're big city and say, no, you can't have it. So next thing you know, we had dogs. And then the next thing you know, they grew up because they don't count dogs as dogs unless they're 6 months old, okay? And you would think by then they would be gone. But 6 months rolls by fast. And then there I am, I got all these dogs. And having hell with Downs. Hell to pay to live in Downs. So, don't be going to Downs. And if you want to grow pot, don't go there. Not that we grew anything good, we grew crap because it was Kansas weed. And really, it was their fault. I should have sued their butts because they should have went down and tore all that shit down. There was pot growing everywhere. Down at the gun range and all over the place. You know, nothing that was any good, so they weren't worried about it. But in Kansas, you get in just as much trouble with the weed that's no good as you do with the weed that is. Let me tell you, I paid. Big. So maddening. So I couldn't control my husband. He did what he wanted to. And he is a little loose in the head. And also, he can be very mean. Evil. Now, I know people might have a weird thing to say about that. But I'm just saying, I would never even think of some of the things that came out of his mouth. The evilness of it all. I said, what the hell happened to you? Who brought you up? Who made you like this? I sure as hell don't want to live with it. You people, you don't even know really because you're lost in your own, what do I want to say? Your environment. You grew up a certain way. That's just how you are. And you know, you can have the kindest heart and the sweetest heart and still be a frickin' jerkface. So, try not to do that. Because there are people out there ain't gonna take it. I took it a lot, but I didn't. I mean, I stood up for myself, but still, there's no way to live. It is not a happy way to live at all. And then it'll come out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, you got a big problem. And you were just fine and happy, hunky-dory. Not really happy, but you know, going along, hanging in there, being content with what you got going on, because you're not trying to get to where you need to go. And see, these days I'm talking about the next life and the eternities. We forget sometimes that that's there, and sometimes some people don't even know that's there. But hey, life is an ending. Your spirit is going to be around forever. And what we want is to try to find a good place for us to be forever. And then it's not just be, because those who make it to the top of the top, they're going to be creating their own worlds. They're going to be producing children to put on them worlds. There's all kinds of stuff coming. But I know, you guys don't think so. You don't believe. Especially my child. She doesn't believe. She thinks when she's dead, she's dead. She's going to lay down in that ground and there ain't no more. That's not true. She's going to have a rude awakening. Just like a lot of people. Very rude awakening. Nope. You might lay your body down. You'll be leaving your body behind. But you'll come back and get it. And I think we'll all be in a perfect form. But where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing, that's another story. What we want to do is do our best here so we get to where we want to go. Don't let things stop you. And that means your mate, too. If you ain't your mate in all the ways that's important, then, you know, I know, I always give advice, but I say get rid of them. Now, that was not put out there very good. What I mean is, you know, my daughter was worried once upon a time when she was getting a divorce. And I told her, you know, a lot of people think when you make that bed, you gotta lie in it. Well, I'm a firm believer of remaking that bed. You don't have to live in hell forever. And by God, if you're with that person when it's over, well, you ain't gonna be with them if you don't want to be. But I mean, you need to get off your laurels and get about your business. Realize that, yes, your life has a purpose, a meaning, and it's headed somewhere. This life is not all that. In fact, this life a lot of times is hell. We have to get over that. Now, I'm sweating to death, so this is going to be my, you know what? I'm going to just get rid of this coat because I'm sweating really bad. So I'm going to go in the garage and lay it down. And then I'll come back because I'm not done. Oh my. The light should be done though. Maybe I will. I'll be done. That way I can go out again. Okay? All right. Love to you guys. Pardon my ranting. Hopefully my sharing might help you a little bit too. You never know. Okay? Take care. Have a lovely day.